Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. I'm out here in the garage. The wife's got a slow leak on the PT Cruiser. A lot of times I'll just tell her take it by the tire repair shop and let them mess with it, but I figure I can save a little money. I'll see if I can fix it myself. And, I just need to get it done. It's a Sunday, and there's just no tire repair shops here that are open on Sunday. So, I'll show you how I do this. Small disclaimer, the use of tire plugs is not legal in some states. I believe like New York is one of them. There's probably some others. A lot of states require that you patch the tire from the inside, which is always a better option. But I've used tire plugs for years and years and years, and they are legal in Ohio. So I use them, and I never have any problems with them. They never come flying out or come undone. Of course, that's you're patching a small hole for like a screw or a nail, and you're using one plug. Don't go double, triple, and quadruple plugging big holes, because that can fly out, and you can end up with a tire that's when it just goes flat at high speed. You end up wrecking into somebody, killing yourself, killing whatever. So don't do that. But if you just need to patch a small hole, I think a tire plug is fine, and just make sure that it's legal to use them in your state. So you can see right here where this white foamy stuff is, that's my hole. So what I do is just get a shop towel, get you some soapy water. I just mix this up a bottle at a time. I take a few good squirts of Dawn dishwashing liquid with some water and this nice little pump sprayer. You can always put it in a bucket and wipe it on with a sponge or something like that too. It works. But I use this also for cleaning up a lot of stuff around the garage. It works great. Dawn works better, I think, than others, but you can use others. Dawn just gets a little foamier. Sometimes you won't see these right away, and you have to let them sit a little bit. But you just spray that, around your tire, like so. And then if I don't see it right away, I'll let it sit a few minutes. But you'll see right here, this is going to start foaming up. What you're looking for is not great big bubbles usually, unless it's a great big leak. But you'll see a whole bunch of white foamy stuff. Little fine white foamy bubbles is what you're looking for. And that just keeps growing and getting bigger. I'll zoom this in a little so you can see. And if you watch those bubbles, they'll just keep getting finer and bigger. And if I wipe that away, you see there's a spot right here where there's like a little tiny piece of nail or screw or something in there. And that's where my leak is. And this is a pretty tiny leak. I filled this tire up real good with air about 3 weeks ago, and it started to look low. Yesterday my wife said something. It was about 14 pounds of pressure. So I overfilled it a little because I knew it was leaking to about 40 pounds. So it took, we'll say 40 to 15 pounds. Took 3 weeks. So you can find even very slow leaks this way. Now I'll spray that on there again just so you can see. The rest of the soap will just kind of lose its bubbles and run off. But where you have this, it'll just keep making more little tiny foamy bubbles. Just kind of suds up. So I'll go ahead and show you how we repair this. We've got to dig down in here with like a pick or something and kind of get this screw out. It's been driven on long enough, or whatever, that the actual head of the nail or screw or whatever is missing. And so we'll do that. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is just wipe this off and kind of get it good and dry all around this hole. And then I just take my paint marker and kind of mark the spot here that I'm going to be patching, just so I don't lose track of where this hole is. Let me zoom this back out. Okay, so got my hole marked off there. Right here is what I'm going after, in the middle. And we'll see if we can get this out of here. Got a couple of my little Harbor Freight picks. I think we're going to start with that just to try to get some access to whatever this is. And I'm just going to get down in here, try to work it up out. Once I kind of can get it up a little, I can get in there with some pliers and grab it. If it's a nail, it'll be a little easier than a screw sometimes to get out. There we go. So now you can see I've got a good start on it there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my tire plug kit ready before I pull this out. And then we'll be ready to plug it up. Okay, so now I've got, this is your little tire plug installer tool. We're going to put the plug through there. And I've got one plug left. I need to go get some more. This is like a big sticky brown rubbery plug. Kind of nasty. Probably should put gloves on to do this, but oh well. Sometimes it's fun to get dirty. You just pull that through there about halfway like so. And then they make on that same handle a tire rasp tool. I actually ground the handle off of mine. I just put it in this bit in my drill. You can see it's actually bent a little, but that's fine. This just goes in and out to rasp out the hole to make sure we get good contact with our plug. So I'll show you how we do this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my side cuts and take that out, and see we got air. Don't let it go completely flat while you're messing with it, but it usually won't. You don't want to lose the bead that's sealed to your rim. Oh, that thing's really not chucked in there well. Hang on. That's really gonna leak. Now we're gonna stick our plug in here. Go ahead, keep pushing. Gotta get her in there. Like so. And you see there's just a little bit sticking out still. You can see I still have just a little bit sticking out. Then we're just gonna take and pull this out fast. Hopefully in one good motion. And that's plugged. And now I can just trim off this excess with my side cuts. My cheap Harbor Freight side cuts. What you can do is get a real pair of side cuts, trim off the excess, and you're good to go. I use the cheap Harbor Freight side cuts for things like pulling the nail out, but you need something good if you're actually going to cut stuff. Okay, so now that it's plugged up, what we're going to do is go ahead and I'm going to respray around here with a little soapy water and just let it sit and make sure that there's no more leaks. And then I'll check the pressure and then put it back on the car. Alright folks, hopefully that gives you an idea on how to patch a tire. I know for a lot of my viewers that work on cars, this is like how to put gas in a car or something, right? For the normal person. I get it. But there's a lot of people that really don't know how to do this. And the local tire shop charge about 25 bucks usually to do it. And there's a one that's a little more expensive. It's probably like 35 bucks to do this. So something you can do at home. It only takes a few minutes. And you can save yourself a little bit of money. And you can do it when there happens to be nobody open to get it done. Neither one of us have to take time off of work to run down there while the place is open or any of that. I can just do it home here on a Sunday. Talk to y'all later. Tommy Frugal Prepper. Everybody, stay happy and frugal out there.